Audio test. Audio test. It's like a 20-second delay. Jeez. Hello there. Let's see, where is this ship? That is such a great console. Yeah, I just copied over a bunch of lockboxes. Omega Fighter, a fleet mate of mine, gave me 1,000 keys over on Tribble to save me time, and I get everything set up over there, and then they take Tribble down for a patch, and that's going to be down probably until 1, so probably an hour and a half. So I can't open the 1,000 lockboxes until then. So in the meantime, I'm gonna level up this ship and mess around with some of this stuff. This thing can use cannons, can't it? Oh yeah. No? Oh, that hurts my immersion so much. Can't use cannons. Why, Cryptic, why? Where's my Nosatort? There's too much crap here. I can't see what I'm trying to find. I'm just gonna go around and mess with the Shenzhou or whatever it's called here for a little bit, level it up, do the new anniversary mission. So do keep in mind if you don't want that spoiled, that's why there's a spoiler tag in the title. I've got low buy, so I'm gonna get the Bajoran ship today because the Omega minigame I cannot stand to do. I hate it too much. Just bear with me while I get this build sorted out. Hopefully the audio is coming through a bit better than the other day. What else do I want here? I guess this thing's pretty much set up as a tank, so Protomatter. We're going to find out if the Bajoran ship, console, and trade are worth it here in a little bit when I go and get those. I'm just going to set this ship up first, and then we're going to just jump straight into the anniversary mission, run through it. Then I'll get the 400 anniversary thingies from that and get the other 600 from Lobi. Because I'm not doing this event. Can't stand it. Let's see if that gets me any hate. I need my command to wipe out the trays. Yeah, I know. Oh, look at that tray. It's such a mess. White. I did that and I'm not even going to use any of the pilot abilities. Okay. I'm not a fan of the layout on this ship. Actually, that's Intel, so that's got to be that guy. I'm going to have to do an A to B3. Wow. Yeah, I am not a fan of the layout on this ship. This is terrible. Just call it a day and pick random nice things. There we go. It's absolutely terrible, but it'll work. I need Nox to bat 3. It's one thing with the Romulans is the trade-off is with a Fed you don't have SRO options as for your engineers or science, so you can go with the Krenim buffs and do half or just single Ox to bat builds if you have enough Eng readiness, but you don't get that option as a Romulan unless you want to sacrifice crit chance. I like Ox to bat builds too much, so I gotta take the lazy route. Put everything back on the tray. What? Get off the tray. Competitive rep 3-piece and the colony deflector. I'm still set up on traits from PvP. That's taken care of quick. Let's try Honor Dead, see how OP it is. Fun stuff of swapping ships and all that. Okay. I'll just have the build here. This is no way optimal. This is just an over-tanked thing to go through and mess around. Just getting things where I need them on the tray quick. Good enough. And offs. Yeah, we can look at that. Okay, let's go into this anniversary mission.
Alliance intelligence operatives.
I'm gonna skip through most of the text and all that, so
Soon.
let's take a look at these set items.
Can end billions of lives.
It's not too bad of a shield.
Begins.
It's a decent freebie.
We've spotted several Zenkethi fleet groups.
What about the deflector?
Quadrant. I'm assigning you to
35 Drain X, 35 Control X, some shield cap,
proto-matter attack. I want you in
and a debuff on outgoing damage for whatever you hit with control abilities. That's not bad at all. Then there's the engine. Ramming speed may be activated at 90% HP. That's interesting. There's doffs you can use with that to make sure you take no damage with ramming speed. That'll be nice in PvP, but these engines will be too slow compared to the competitive. Kinetic damage when you're close to enemies, like the shield scraping you get from Pilotry. That's interesting. And then the Butcher's Mechlith, whatever. It's a nice little batleth. Don't see anything special with that. Okay, let's transwarp to this mission. So if you do not want to be spoiled, this is your warning. I'm casual, so let's turn this down because I'm in a bad ship. I don't feel like dying a bunch of times. It'd be terrible. All these competitive engines, you see them sticking out of ships. Terrible. Beam down to Bajor. Why not? I should have brought my Keldon. I was thinking about this yesterday. Whenever you go to Bajor, you need to be in a Cardassian ship and just nuke the planet. Wait, what am I doing here? This is why you should read things.
Hello there, friend. I get my hands dirty for the good of Beige, no matter how much.
I'm sorry, guys. I can't listen to the cutscenes. So am I just talking to everyone? Am I on the right mission?
How can I assist you today? I don't even know if I'm supposed to be talking to you, but I always...
We're just gonna roll with this. These people. Watch me walk around Bajor like an idiot. That's what we can title this. Who am I supposed to talk to? I didn't pick up the mission. Give me a slow clap. Beam to Bajor, and I'm starting like off Bajor or whatever that mission is. Yep, that's certainly the featured episode. Way to go.
Jolan Trill, our
Could have at least had a coffee or something before this. It's terrible. Yeah, I thought I picked up the mission, but I failed.
The Zankethi fleet is in your sector, though their current target is uninhabited. There are many more within range that are not.
Destroy the Zankethi ships.
Well fought, but it is fought.
Yeah, just give me a slow clap for that good beginning.
This is Captain Kumarke. We're on our way to assist you.
What? What? These... They just keep running.
Kern and I will arrive soon.
They're just gonna keep running?
Alright. We'll handle the torpedo.
Yeah, Wolfgar, I'll be going through this as fast as possible. I just want the ship. They're gonna warp out again. No? Come on. I buff up in everything and they all just warp out.
Captain Parr has defected to the Alliance. She's revealed the next target of the Zankethi fleet, Bajor. The intel chief.
So,
You deal with the Zankethi. I'll cover planetary defense.
you made it. Good.
Glad you could make it.
It's best be like a really massive battle.
The time for battle is upon us. Fight well.
They're gonna warp out again.
Apply!
I think they're gonna warp out again. this is what I'm talking about. I really wanted to put cannons on this ship.
Beam onto the Zenkethi battle station and shut down their launch.
Now the fun part.
The unique smell.
I'm gonna rush through this, as I said. I need my Bajoran ship.
Weapons control isn't that good.
MPS2 graphics.
We have an unwanted guest. Finish it off quickly. Tried to end me once before. It won't go this time. Zenwarum fought well, but he won't be coming back from that. They know we're here. Good. Secure those consoles. One to go. Get to it while you can. Clever. They rerouted their weapons
they're
control
making
to the
it
command
interesting.
deck.
This is a nice looking interior.
Target the Zenkethi forces and fire!
Zenkethi forces on attack vectors. The relentless.
I see you walk the path of
most hated enemies. Oh, or perhaps the Romulans? A race clinging to life. You and Zengravi
You've had my Boolean. They nerfed the ground weapon I'm using right now, the colony one. Gave such a nice heal before and now it's worthless.
surrender, Admiral, or fight. Do you really think that in here now? Fools, all of you.
Give me that salvage.
Enjoy. I will ensure.
Command deck is locked down. This is Beta Team. Commencing operation now.
Victory belongs to us. Let's return to our ship.
Incoming data from planets targeted by the Zenkethi. Something's happening.
Show us, Lucari. Show us the price of your meddling.
Patching it through.
I like the gun just sticking through the character's head.
Impossible. And yet, those ships, like something of legend. They belong to the Herc. We must return to our ships immediately. I know them. The greatest enemy to ever challenge the Empire. The Herc. The Herc are our greatest foe. An enemy that invaded Kronos over... There is lore about the Herc using caretakers, bred to prepare worlds for the return of their masters. Recommendations? We fight! There is... Many a Klingon has dreamed of battle with the Herc.
Come on, destroy Deep Space Nine. We need a new one.
Lost shields. DS9 is taking heavy.
Yes!
DS9 has been disabled.
Deep Space Nine, this is Martok. Report.
All curlant here.
Alliance
This is Captain Meth Paw. A large number of enemy vessels are converging on our position.
Comms are back, but nearly everything else is offline.
How dare Cryptic use logic to prevent the protomatter from healing this or Deep Space Nine? Terrible.
The Hurk are coming in fast. They're hard to hit.
Singularity breach. Singularity.
You know it. I'm such a hater. I like Deep Space Nine, but they needed an excuse to give it a new interior, and I don't know. That thing over there is a good excuse.
Most of us evacuated, and the Admiral is still on board. Return to that cabin. Traitor. Coward. Request sanctuary on DS9. Permission to come aboard.
Granted. A security escort will meet you at the docking port.
Understood. I will cooperate to my fullest extent.
Just a moment. We're picking up something here. Can't get a clear reading. Our sensor arrays are pretty banged up over here. Frankly,
Kalis didn't have the Dominion to deal with. That is coming.
I am using the new Lobi ship, the Shenzhou, one of the Discovery ships. In honor of its wonderful bridge officer layout, I have named it the Bad Ship. Deep Space Nine should have a revamp similar to ESD. Well then.
Alliance forces, I am Loris 4. I bring you greetings from the Founders. While it should be quite evident that we come to you in peace, I understand that my predecessor was a source of discord during her time here. Trust is important, so please, Allow me to return the Alliance personnel we recovered from the battle station before it was as always, I realize the concept of such a selfless existence is often challenging to those in the Alliance, but it really is my only goal in life. As to our presence here,
We have to talk. I know that changeling. He's called Odo. He used to run security for DS9. And now he's here, in command of a Dominion fleet. Impressive entrance. Whatever this is about, it isn't a matter to...
Wow. Certainly interesting. I liked the space battle. I'm very glad DS9 met the fate it deserved.
The sudden company attack on Bajor is quite illogical. There are no...
Meantime, let's turn the game volume down a little. 400. I'm gonna head back to New Romulus quick. Just checking Discord. Yeah, they were working on a new Deep Space Nine interior like a year or so ago, from what I remember. I think Taco was doing it, but then they stopped to focus on other things. Yeah. Well, the next expansion's the Gamma Quadrant. They pushed out that video advertising as much last year. Okay, it's just another 121. Let's do 15. See if this is does. Nope. Need more slots. issue with the dry dock slots is I often use a lot of these ships for storage. So I'm just clearing out a spot quick. And that went right here. The Hollywood. This experimental weapon, it's Mark 10, so we don't have the, full picture on it, but I don't know. I'm not too worried about that. I don't think it's going to beat the Shucked In, the Zenkethi Escort one. Well, that's... It certainly will have a bit of testing. Oh yeah, 6-second recharge. Yeah, that's pretty long. Now that console is the most important thing from this ship. Look at that. 25% firing cycle haste, plus 25% Cat 2 all damage, 25% recharge speed for bridge officer abilities, 100% recharge speed for torpedo weapons, and the duration is extended by 2 seconds for every enemy you kill for up to 10 stacks, so you can have this console up for 30 seconds. Gonna take a picture of that quick. Snipping tool. It's been posted to Reddit yet. Now I'll post it on the Discord. Okay, now the trait. Yeah, as expected. I mean, it's nice. This is a PvP trait. 50 accuracy rating, 10 armor and shield pen, but only up every 6 seconds out of 20. I don't really see many people honestly using this for PvE. This is a good PvP trait for like a vape build though. Yeah, that'll be pretty nice. I need to go see why my ships haven't sold. Let's see if Tribble's back up. Emergency weapon cycle gives you some firing cycle haste. Then there's the timeline stabilizer, the M6 computer. There may be one or two other things, but not that I can think of off the top of my head. Tribble is still down for maintenance. Wow, the Walker class has already crashed. I mean, I know it's a bad ship, but the console on it's really good. Discoveries at 700 mil. What's the sarcophagus at? Not on exchange. Is there anything else added to the low-buy store? Nothing special. I'm gonna be an idiot here and do something I'll regret later on. Oh yeah, let's use half my deal and buy a 20-pack. Can't resist that key temptation. Good. If you buy the cross-faction console pack for Federation right now, it gives you the console off of the Discovery because they messed up. So if you want to get the Discovery ship console, the Spore Drive console without buying the Discovery for 700 million, you can get it right now off the exchange for 7.5. And because I'm truly an idiot, let's just burn the rest. Master keyring bundle will come in somewhere handy anyways. Wow, my luck is terrible. So right now I'm basically just waiting for this Tribble server to come back up, but in the meantime I'm going to try to get this walker to sell so I can buy some keys. Honored Dead is down to 4 million. Oh man. So these mini tech things, they appear to be the full console clicky. If you guys read up on those, but just a one-time use. Ugh. Those will get pretty cheap on the exchange. This Honor Dead trait, by the way, this is seriously one of the most overpowered defensive traits they have ever put in the game, for those that haven't heard about it yet. So this is pre-resist damage. You take in 10,000 pre-resistance, and it gives you a stack of this. Up to 20 stacks. That's 400 all damage resistance rating and 40 health regen. And they stay up the entire time you're in combat. And if you're not in combat, if you're in a ship that can cloak, you just cloak and you keep the stacks. In the meantime, while we're waiting here, I'm just gonna open some of these weapons. Let's see how unlucky I get with the luck. I just gotta pull open another account here that's low level to open these. Let's go cannons. Do a few beams. Just do a mix of them all. Not a fan of those emitter linked. Those are probably the weakest of the bunch. And looks like the integrity disruptor cannons might be bugged. For at least the dual and dual heavies, they don't show the stats on there like the others do. But plus hull cap, plus hull regen, it's not too bad. Sensor linked are the one that most of you are gonna be going after if you want these. So I worked out the math on Reddit last night. each of these weapons, if you go for the sensor linked, that has the plus defense and plus weapon amplification, so the plus 5 skill, what that translates to is 0.75 defense and 2% crit severity. So if you're running 7 of these weapons, it's 5.25 defense rating and 14% crit severity. So I mean, they're okay, but I don't know. We'll have to see the visuals. Which, what I want to see, we've already seen the visuals on these phaser beams. I want to see the visual on the cannons. Are there any other good sensor ones? Doesn't appear so. Just go. Yeah, just go with this. See how the cannons look, because we know how the beams look and all that. Actually, I just closed the account. I could have just went into a PvP again. Let me reopen that. Having issues connecting to the launcher. Okay, then. So I'm not going to upgrade these weapons or anything because I'm not going to personally invest in these right now, most likely. I just don't think they're worth the investment. Instead, what I'm going to do is just swap to a different ship that can use cannons and just see what the visuals look like for this stuff. Let's see how this looks. Need to reduce weapon power, otherwise I'm just gonna kill this character. Nothing special there. Other than it's like balls of disruptors. So really nothing too special with these cannons. Now if I compare those to just some normal disruptor cannons. It's basically the same visual as the normal disruptor and phasers, it seems. Maybe a slightly different tint of green. The phasers are blue though instead of red or orange, whatever. So it's really nothing too special. It's a bit disappointing. Okay, that's all I needed that character for, so I can close that out. I need to level this ship up. So I'm just gonna level this ship up and... Oh wow, that entire time I never had the power level set up right for this ship. Yep. I want one of these walkers to sell so I can open some more of these lockboxes over here on holodeck. I don't really want the discovery, but it would be nice to have to mess around with for my immersion. But that Tholian Red Alert is actually going to pop, so that'll pull me in. I'm just gonna need everything. need my salvage. Thought I saw it give me some other trash. Guess not. I forgot to put the domino on. What's the visual for that? Just to mess around, let's put this Spore console on. Now everyone wants to see that. And let's see why the Walker hasn't sold. How much has it been undercut? 245. Very popular ship. Someone would have really loved had I clicked and posted that at 44. Would have made someone's day there. Okay, that was on my low bay. Terrible. Is there any salvage in here? Where am I at with the ship? Barely that. Okay. I need Tribble to not give me this message. Yeah, I hear the patching server. This is why what I do always now is I just keep Tribble patched. Because the Tribble updates, yeah, you download more and it takes up double the space for the game, but it saves you a lot of time later on. Oh, that's what the domino looks like. Lorca maneuver. Crap. Okay. I can move there, but that'll take a bit to get used to. Crap, I killed all the other stuff. Ouch. Do you have on-demand patching still enabled? That can mess you up too. $236 now? Jeez. Yeah, y'all want this ship I'm flying, it's dirt cheap. I've already got this trait. I don't think I have it on though. This is potentially a pretty nice trait. This honor dead. This is the thing though. So much defense from it. One of these sells and I'll get me a nice bunch of keys. Keys aren't even up too bad. 4.5.
The house always wins.
Just gotta transfer some of this trash gear over. Once I can see. This is painful. I had it going also while the server was still down for maintenance, so that might have helped me a little. But Tribble is still down. I'm gonna check again right now. Server is unavailable. There's not actually too much new to do, but that's just because I just quickly breezed through the mission and then bought my way through the event, so. Jeez. A lot of people wanting to get on. I wonder if there's login queues yet. Remember when that was going on with Legacy of Romulus? Thousand salvage. What to re-roll? Let's get these epic mods taken care of. First roll. So close. There we go. 3 rolls. First roll. Those went pretty easy for those. Yeah, I can only imagine it's coming back to the game even after just a few months can be a pain after a few years. Oof. That would really suck. Terrible. And I'm out of salvage again. The ship still hasn't sold. Let's see how much it's been undercut now. 237. Selling a brand new low-buy ship on the day it came out for 235 million. That's pretty much a good sign that there's either too much low-buy out there or the ship sucks. And in this case, it's because the ship sucks. But the console on it to the trader, good for certain scenarios. 10 act and defense rating on this console, that's very good for PvP. 50-inch readiness. And then the clicky. There we go. Ship sold. Nope, salvage is bound to you. terrible. Could have given me a ship. These Honored Dead traits are gonna be so cheap, and it's wonderful because they're so good for survivability. Salvage, yeah, is character bound. So for those that missed it, these console packs, multi-target tractor arrays, they are currently bugged to give you the console off of the Discovery instead of the KDF ship, meaning that if you want to get this console cheap, you need to do it now because it's just a few million EC versus paying the hundreds and hundreds of millions that you would have to pay for the Discovery. This is that Spore Drive console. The one where it, does that fancy thing everyone's going nuts about. You have to sell the other one for $235. If it sells instantly, though, I don't care. These weapons suck, so... Oh. They're already cheap. The ground traits are cheap. What was the name of it? Duelist Favor. The Kelvin Beam. Let's check. I have some of those on my Fed pack. They should be re-engineerable, but we'll just double check quick. Yep, they can be re-engineered. You're free to do whatever you want with them. The new weapon proc is, instead of having a proc, they have a small stat buff of +5 to two different skills. No, they're not on the ship. Hold on. There's 3 different versions. There's some that buff like survivability, or like the shield cap and healing, whole cap and healing, or weapon buffs. And these cannons are bugged, or the disruptor ones are. You can see right here, instead of having a proc, they just have +5 to defense and weapon amplification skills instead of a proc. So it's not actually that much. It's nothing to go crazy about for sure. I don't know. I don't actually play with the game sound on when I'm just playing the game. So they were making noises before when I was messing around with them, but I don't know if it's working as intended or not. The Discovery's down to 460 million. Given enough time, that'll be under 300. It's okay for a ship, but people were highly over exaggerating how good it is. It's not gonna beat like the E-Dog. People going after it are going after it because of what the ship is. It's, you know, a cannon ship. There's none of those sarcophagus ships on here, though, it looks like. That's where to open for the big money. Why'd I just close out of that? 220? Wow. Yeah, I'll beam up. Because I can just activate it right in space. So it's the Spore Drive console from the Discovery class. If you buy this console pack here, the one that's Multi-Target Tractor Rays Federation, it will currently give you the Spore Drive instead of the KDF console. So this is the one that has the visual, you know, of the Discovery. This. Let's see. That's the visual of it. $219. Oh man. For Sen Records, this is going to be one of the cheapest low-buy ships ever. I'm already severely undercut by the time I hit the post button. This console pack, the one I'm telling you guys about, it's 2.8 to 3 million right now. There's none of them KDF ships on the exchange. Everyone's opening on a Fed. Oh man, you go open on a KDF, you making bank. Sell, Walker class, sell. You are literally a disappointment. So many ways. No, there's not. But the thing is the console off that ship is actually pretty good. It's not the best thing ever, but it's a good PvP console, which, yeah, not many PvP. But it's also a good survivability console. You hit this no matter what, and you're gonna survive. It makes you untargetable and unkillable for up to 20 seconds, and when you come out of it, it's healing you up massively during those 20 seconds. You get a huge 120% Cat 2 damage buff when you come out of it. That's equivalent to the time you were in it. So if you're a tank and you're just being pounded in Hive and you need to throw the threat onto the other tank, you just hit this. Yeah, you're not shooting, but you're surviving at least. And you come back out of this 10, 15, 20 seconds later, and for the however long you were in it, you then get that long of a damage buff, which is pretty significant. 210 and it's not selling. How long am I going to be sitting here watching this? Shamelessly self-promote my ship here. Omega, like, where's my Tribble server? That's what I want to know. Oh, I've been undercut to 200 million. Oh, man. Yeah, and we can't even go over and open them. Instead, I'm just sitting here refreshing, trying to get this ship to sell. Go 180. No. I will take it and put it on an alt if I have to sell it for less than 200. This is... Hold on, I got text to respond to. Just keep chasing to the bottom. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna be smart, pop these over to a KDF character, and open them there, because KDF stuff sells so much better. Omega, then you'd owe me 1.1 billion. You already owe me 900. Let's make fog great again. Making bank. Yep, I got one of the KDF ones. Post that up there for a nice. Let's go 875. Watch it not sell. Mob speak, I am a full-time networking student. I've hoped. Well, this isn't Tribble. This is on holodeck. It's sold. Ship. Fuck. Bridger, thank you. Yes, mob speak. It's probably hard for you to understand that because I knew that this was going to be happening today, that I would prepare ahead of time and make sure things were done. Yes, Omega, 875 mil. Because of Bridger, I'll go and open a lot more lockbox. cheap stack. Buying keys one by one is fun. One more key. Gotta clear room in my inventory. The box is bound to your Fed until you open it, then the ship you get from it's unbound. What I think some missed there was that that was not one ship, that was two. Because they drop in lots. No, Omega. It's not how it works. It's not how any of this works. When's the next good time to open? Should be around next minute. It's fake news, Omega. Okay, let's keep looking for a KDF that has inventory space. Which of these would not? This one. I'm sorry, Omega. It's just luck of the draw. Why don't I have a proper ship on that character? That's the proper response you send to people that are trying to do that type of deal. Look at this RP right here. Don't be so rude. Omega and I are fleeties. We're just messing around. There we go. So there's the trade. I got 2 boxes out of that first 100, and now there was, or 2 ships, and there was none out of this. There was the trade I made. Anti-proton hasn't been the meta, like, the best thing ever for 2 years. Anti-proton is still good, it's just not the best. Actually, I just was about to list a console on this character, on a character that I'm not regularly checking. So I need to put this on a character that I will actually monitor the exchange on. Let's triple back up. Yeah, so someone just PM'd me about the trait from the KDF ship, and it is really, really powerful. The Honored Dead trait, Federation can get it really cheap. It's the Starship Mastery unlock, Honored Dead. It is very, very good. That's up to plus 400 all damage resistance. That stays with you as long as you're in combat. I'm gonna check again if Tribble's up once I list this. Up 500 now. I'll swap characters and show the trait. It should be just a few million. Last I checked, which was about 45 minutes ago, it was around 3 million, so it should be in the sub 5 million EC range. So it's this trait here. Honored Dead. After you take in 10,000 damage, you get a stack, and you can have up to 20 stacks. Each stack is 20 all damage resistance rating and 2% health regen. And that it keeps giving you temp HP after you have the max stacks when you're taking damage. So if you're a tank, you should really be looking at this trait. Because that is extremely OP. Tribble is now back up, right around 1 as expected. So let's go open 1,000 lockboxes on Tribble. After this 1,000 lockbox opening, I am going to cut the stream off because I do have some other things to do today. So I opened one before. Just those. Okay, here we go. Beginning opening of 1,000 and like 3 or something lockboxes. Okay, before we continue on, that is too much clicking for me. I'm pulling up an auto clicker. It's just too much clicking. I got another 700 to go. There, but where's the record key? The auto clicker wasn't working, so I'm going a bit slower, but only one ship so far? Oh, there's a second. Well, Winston, I don't know what you're talking about. Anti-proton dual heavy cannons are working perfectly fine. They're just not the king anymore, and they haven't been for the last 2 years. But anyways, so 1,000 lock boxes, 1,003 as you can see here, and only 2 ships. Now with larger sample size, this would be corrected and I'd likely get more ships. As we saw before on holodeck, I pulled 2 of the Klingon ones out of less than 100 boxes. And yes, thank you, Bridger. But I don't think I really have to break down the value of this. If I had done this on holodeck with the luck I just had right here, this would have lost me several billion. Yes, Lund, the 1,000 lockboxes were opened on holodeck. The bit I was opening earlier, that was on holodeck. But this 1,000 is on Tribble. Because I would not dump 5 billion EC into this large of a gamble, because just look at this. Look how much I would have lost. These ground traits are already around 200k a piece. The space traits, similar to Honored Dead, is really OP, and even it's only like 3 or 4 million. I would have just lost several hundred. I would have lost a few billion if I was on the holodeck right now. But anyhow, everyone, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed something here while waiting for that terrible long patching time. But I am going to hop off for now, so I will see you all around. And this video, or the stream, should go up as a video a few hours after this, depending on YouTube's rendering time. So I'll see you all around. Hope y'all have fun and enjoy this new content.